Dear student, we are now moving into the new lesson 2.2, a true story of sea turtles. The focus of this story is the whole thing is about the sea turtles which are extinct, which are going to disappear soon, and how a group of volunteers preserve it and make it a tourist attraction for the people, and that's how they do it. So we read, and also the explanation will be given along with that. Open your books to page 31 and we read and explain. A true story of sea turtles. We were surveying the white-bellied sea eagles in the summer that year. As we roamed the coast, one of the volunteers in our team saw some shallow pits with white eggshells nearby. Inquiries with the villagers revealed that they were sea turtle eggs. This came as a surprise. We had never come across turtle eggs in our walks along the beaches of Konkan in all these years. We decided to study this unusual occurrence further. We learned that the beach where we had found the eggshells had been sealed to the public for nearly 1 month after people smuggling silver bricks were caught in that area. But what we learned further shocked us to the core. So in this paragraph we see that these volunteers come to this place. They were looking for actually white-bellied sea eagles, for birds, and they realized that there was something else, that there were robberies happening and all that needs to be looked into, and that is what the curiosity of these volunteers led them to further reflections. Turtles nest along the entire coastline of our state. There are few people in every village who keep combing the beach in the early hours of the morning throughout the year. When the female turtle comes on shore to nest and to lay eggs, she leaves behind a trail just like a track on wheels on the sand. The egg hunters follow this trail right up to the nest, which is about half a meter deep. They dig up the nest and steal all the 100 to 150 eggs that are laid inside. So we see here how the people were robbing the eggs of the sea turtle, and that is how they used to keep a watch. Combing means keeping a watch. So the villagers used to keep a watch to see when these turtles would come to the beach, to the shore to lay eggs, and once these eggs were laid, they were used to rob them. These eggs are then eaten or are sold in the market. If a turtle is spotted while it is still laying eggs, it is allowed to live till laying is over. As soon as the eggs are laid, it is caught and then killed and eaten. So this is how the practice was happening. They used to either rob the eggs, and if there is the turtle laying the eggs, it would allow it to lay eggs so that they get the eggs, plus kill the turtle and finish it off. This ruthless practice is observed in all parts of the world. However, in India, sea turtles have been given protection by including them under the schedule of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which means it's happening all over. But in India, this is being protected. You are not supposed to kill, and if you are seen killing these turtles, you can be fined or penalized. That means turtles have been given as much protection as tigers. Therefore, all this business of gathering turtle eggs and killing turtles is carried on in a secret, hush-hush manner. So since they know that they would be caught, they do it quietly. This information was distressing. We began to think seriously about it. We decided to undertake a project for protection and conservation of turtles and their needs in Maharashtra. So this particular voluntary group started saying that it's time that we also protect these turtles, and they started taking the initiative. We had no experience regarding sea turtles, so first of all we undertook a study of turtles. So since they did not know anything, they said let's study first what it is and then start working on that. We contacted institutes that work for the protection of turtles in India. The next step was launching a turtle protection campaign at Velas Taluka, Mandangad district, Ratnagiri. This was done with the support and cooperation of the Forest Department. As part of the campaign, a few local people were specifically appointed to look after turtle nests on the beach in the morning. When they came across a nest, they had to carefully remove the eggs from the nest and bury them again in a similar pit. but one protected with wire fencing. So they started the work how to protect these turtles. They took the help of the forest department and also of the local people who were ready to come. So what the people had to do, they had to watch over the protected nest to prevent thefts. In the first year, we could successfully protect 50 nests in this manner. When the babies hatched out of the egg, what an event that was. The whole village rushed to the beach to witness the spectacle. So what was not happening started happening now. As soon as the turtle eggs were hatched, all the small turtles would go back to the sea, and that was a nice event for the people to see. So the whole village came to see that. When the tiny turtle hatchlings hurried across the silver sands to meet the rolling, boundless sea, what an ovation they received from the onlookers. Some of the elderly villagers confessed that though they had been seen and stolen turtle eggs right from their school days, it was for the first time that they had seen the hatchlings rush to the sea. They never saw because they always used to rob and eat, so that's why these people first time they saw and they were so happy that they saw such an event that small turtles going back to the sea. There are 7 types of sea turtles in the world, 5 of which are found in India. The olive ridley turtles nest along the entire coastline of Maharashtra. Green turtles and hawkbills have also been found. An amazing characteristic of turtle is that when the female turtle reaches maturity, that is nearly after a gap of 15 years, she returns to the shore to lay her eggs at the same place where she was born. Now, there is a beautiful description is given how the sea turtles are there, how many kinds of sea turtles are there, 7 out of which 5 are in India, and how these sea turtles work and how they lay egg. The wonderful thing is that the sea turtle comes back to its birthplace where it was born, and that is where it lays her eggs. It's a nice thing, instinct thing that happens to it. The female comes on shore just to make a nest in the sand and lay her eggs, and immediately returns to the sea. She does not return to the nest after that. It's see wonderfully. The mother lays the eggs and goes, and afterwards left to the small ones to come up. So the eggs hatch after a period of 45 to 50 days using natural heat. There's no mother there to give them heat. So it's a natural heat of the sun and the sand that makes the turtle come out of the eggs. Innumerable dangers await the little hatchlings in the deep sea, and they have to face them all on their own. Their survival rate is therefore as low as just 1 or 2 turtles out of 1,000. So out of 1,000 turtles, only of the nest of the eggs, only 2 survive, maybe because of a lot of dangers that are there on the shore as well as in the water. Turtles perform an important function. They keep the sea clean. Now here we have the functions that are performed by the turtles. They keep the sea clean. Thus they occupy an important place in the marine ecology. Considering all these factors, it is vital to undertake their protection on a large scale. So it is very important that we have to protect these turtles. So after the success at Velas, we started implementing the project in other places too. Within 5 years, the entire coastline of Maharashtra was surveyed. Protection was offered in 80 of the villages where turtle nests were found. Our strategy was to engage those who had been so far involved in stealing the eggs, then to train and involve them in the work of protection. So what was happening is they got the success in one place, they moved to other places, and within 5 years, they almost took that whole Konkan region of Maharashtra where along the Arabian Sea where they could take care of these turtles. And their strategy, that is way of method they are saying, was to engage those who had been so far involved in stealing the eggs, then to train them and involve them in the work of protection. That means those who were robbing the eggs, they took them and make sure that they were the ones who will protect them in future. What they further did was they started the Sea Turtle Awards, Kasav Mitra, to encourage more people to be part of protection campaign. A comprehensive booklet and a short film on the protection of turtles was prepared to spread the message. So what they did to, in a way to bring interest in people was they gave awards for those who were a part of this. Also, they had booklets and film being released to make sure that there is a kind of awareness that is given to protect these turtles. The year 2006 saw the beginning of a novel concept, Turtle Festival or Kasav Mahotsav, an opportunity for tourists to witness the unique spectacle of the hatchlings rushing out to the sea. A short film of turtles and a natural beauty of Konkan were additional features of the festival. At the same time, we were quite firm on one issue: the hatchling should not come to even the slightest harm due to this tourist activity. So, what is happening here now? The tourism begins. They start this Kasav Mahotsav, a festival where lots of people all over come and they are there and they see this particular event where the small ones go back to the sea, small turtles. That was made sure, and they made sure that the no turtle is being hurt. A short film also is being showed. They do that so that people are interested and they understand what it is, and the tourism begins to flourish. What is important is what we see further now. The tourists were accommodated in the homes of the villages, so there were no hotels. The people had to make arrangements for them in their own houses, and what happened was this brought them income. The response of this novel concept of homestay, so they were staying at home and not in hotels, was excellent. A Turtle Friends Club was established in each village, the members being all the villages offering homestay. All villages would now offer the same rate for homestay. They gave 10% of their income from homestay for the Turtle Protection Fund. The fund would be utilized for the purpose of protection and conservation of turtles. Modern technology also helped. So what happened was, this particular people, they made people to keep tourists in their own homes, and then whatever the income came, 10% they had to give for this club, and this would be used for their further activities, and the rest of it goes to the owners whoever accommodated the tourists. So both of them get it, and it's a win-win situation. The festival reached all corners of the world through the medium of the internet and our website. People around the world began to contact the small villages of Konkan. More and more villages came forward to do this work, and the number of homestay families went up to 35. As many as 800 people began to visit villas in the turtle season. This meant more business for the villages. Now they realized that tourism can be a source of income. Tourists bring in money, and in order to earn that money, it was important to protect the turtle hatchlings. This was conservation of nature through livelihood in its true sense. Villas became the project's main success. So that is how it is shown that how these people managed to get these people work and also bring them money without destroying the nature and the turtles. Sahyadri Nisarga Mitra, our organization, believed that it is only the local villages who can ultimately offer excellent protection to the local species. If they are given the freedom to do that, the conservation projects became sustainable. With this belief, we entrusted the project to the Forest Department, the Gram Panchayat, the villages, and the Turtle Friends Club. All of them are handling it wonderfully, and now we are happy to see the project running smoothly and offer help only when necessary. So this is how the whole story of sea turtles is, how they managed to get the sea turtles saved and at the same time bring in business for the people which they can enjoy. This is all about the lesson. And when in the school in English workshop, we have different things that are happening, which will be also given to you in your Google Classroom, out of which we have to prepare maybe some things. Though you may not be having it, like I have told you, to keep it your notebooks ready, and whatever is there to be written, please write them down. It's for your own sake, own benefit that it is there. The questions that are the English workshop on page 35, please go through it. Some of the interesting thing is, one is that question number 4, where you have to make a brochure kind of a thing. That is, I have also given you a sample there, where a homestay, or if you want to advertise something, which you can do. It's like a kind of advertisement brochures that we see. Sometimes what we see as menu cards or advertising things that are come, it's called as brochure. So that is how you can prepare. Also a poster, how illustrate how the turtle lakes were protected. This is also one model I have given, but you can make your own model and store it and keep. And then there is another one is you need to prepare a short note on sea turtles with the help of the information given in the passage. So you have to make your own passage, so that would be kind of a composition. And there is of course the grammar part, which is there in the English workshop, and we will also get in your grammar classes. So that's the explanation and the reading for this particular lesson. Rest of it will be given to you, and the explanations, more explanations in your book. So all the best and do well in your studies. That is all about a true story of sea turtles. God bless you.